Last year, first year at EMU, you were graded. How do you think last year went for you?
Last year as a whole, I will say this, making the transition from FCS to FBS was definitely huge. Just understanding that the biggest difference was the speed of the game and the management. I would say for me, the season went well. For what it was worth, I thought everything that kind of happened that for me as a player, like just learning more about D-line play, obviously the coach, like just understanding and advancing more to progress. I thought it went really well. I thought I learned some things that being a 6-year senior, you think you learn a lot, but still learning. So I would say it went very well for me.
How big was that jump from FCS to FBS?
Oh, it was very big. It was huge. Just having to go against the better competition, the speed of the game, like even the players, like just seeing how much more, faster everybody clicks together. I would say that was really like something that I had to catch on to fast, being, a transfer guy to come in and, be able to, evolve and develop right away.
What's something you really worked on in the off season to get better at?
I would say pass rush, and this is, well, me individually, I know that was one of the biggest things, biggest concerns, biggest issues that I had, and specifically transition pass rush, so kind of like the play action, the play action boot, play action under center, that's the biggest thing, because we as defensive linemen think that we're getting run, oh snap, no, it's a pass, the quarterback's dropping back. So the biggest thing is, because our eyes are always on the offensive lineman that's in front of us. Biggest thing is reading our key. Okay, we don't feel them trying to drive us. Okay, now let me convert and get back to where I'm supposed to be and try to go get pressure on this quarterback. So I would say that's the biggest thing that I have to work on as an individual and even as a group. I would say like with the group, that's the biggest thing that we've all struggled with is transition, recognizing that it's not a run, it's a pass out of run reads.
Is that the hardest when you have a quarterback that's now dual threat and again, you know at any time they're going to take off?
Oh my goodness, yes, that's it's so hard to game plan for quarterbacks when they're good at spreading you out and delivering the ball, and then while also being able to run. So now it changes us as a defensive line because now we have to really be cognizant of keeping that quarterback in the pocket. And what I mean is we can't get out of our pass rush lanes. That's how we categorize where the quarterback is. We can't get out of our pass rush lanes. We have to rush together as a unit and collapse the pocket. And it's so hard and tough dealing with dual threat quarterbacks because, like you say, they can escape quick. And, it's the level of quickness and speed, that's at their disposal to put them, ahead.
When you look at the D-line, on paper, it might be the biggest strength of this team. A lot of guys who played a lot of downs last year are back. What would you say to that?
I would say that we know what our goal is. We know what we want to accomplish. Obviously, being, like you said, a big part of this defense, we always try to, work together, talk together, see if there's anything that we can do better. The biggest thing is we can't get complacent. So we may get told that, like we've played a good game, but that's not the case. We always go back and we look at the negatives and see how we can make ourselves better. Because the minute we relax, that's the minute somebody's going to take us out of our game. So I would say it's big. It's big for us being that experienced group to keep on progressing forward, to keep on getting better each and every day.
How much film do you watch on average and just going through formations?
I would say on average, I would say probably every other day, and I probably watch at least 2 hours of film breaking down. Actually, as a matter of fact, our first game, August 30th, against Texas State, I've already started watching film. I want to start getting the defensive line, the group together. That's the biggest thing, too, that we're also working on, trying to be together, because as you know, we have D tackles and D ends. So being player-led is very important for us going into the season. That's going to help take us to the next step over the top. I would say that the film breakdown, though, as a defensive lineman, some people don't know how to watch film. So that's also things that we kind of see and pick on, like, hey, we may say that this guy, hey, he's a heavy guy, he has good feet, good hands, but one of the DNs may say, you know, hey, he's also giving away when he's pass setting. So in case we may not see it, somebody else may see it as well. So film study is very important, not just for me, but for us as a group as well.
When you look back at last year, how much motivation is it to overcome that slow finish to the year?
Oh my goodness, that was, yeah, that was just tough. It was just hard to be a part of, because, you know, when you have a good start like we do, and we're gradually getting better and better. Obviously, starting the season 5-2, you know, like, hey, okay, like we feel good about ourselves, but the job's still not finished. We have a MAC championship to get to. It definitely hurts. It's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow, considering, you know, like those last 5 games, we didn't finish, you know, and it was just so hard to be a part of, like just, you know, going out there and giving it everything you got, but just to keep coming up short, you know, like that's hard. And so, like, one of the things, or anything that we can do better, you know, whether that's getting extra reps after practice, you know, extra film study. Hey, we may see something that this guy may start doing that we may have not picked up earlier in the week. So it's important to get those things down to be able to get better for the season. And also being able as a team, the more and more that we bond, the more and more we come together, the better off we'll be.
How'd you get into the game of football?
So this actually starts when I was about 4 or 5 years old, and back at home in Louisiana, I was in my church, and my pastor, he was gifting us kids, you know, footballs and basketballs. And so it just so happened, you know, I got a football and I started running with it. And I actually didn't start playing football until my 4th grade year, and I actually really enjoyed it. You know, I didn't play it everywhere, even from flag to little league to middle school, high school, you know, and now at the college level. I would say it was pretty easy to get into. Like, from a kid, I'm a Saints fan, so it's kind of tough being a Saints fan now, being where we are. But I was there to see us win that Super Bowl against the Colts, and it was just, you know, amazing. And everything, like, just, it's so fascinating to learn not just D-line play, but also wide receivers, quarterbacks, how they break down defenses, how they read corners in their coverage. It just always interested me. So that's pretty much how I got into it. Like, I've always been, you know, a fan of the game, even from, you know, Lil.
You were a guy that was also into discus though, right? As a track guy. I mean, how was it that you got into that sport too? Oh my goodness, that's discus. That was also my second love. That was my second love. Discus. I would say I started in middle school, and I actually sucked at it in middle school. So. Well, it's not like you don't just find one and pick it up. Yeah.
So yeah, I started working at it, started getting some people. My brother actually threw it in high school too. I started getting with, you know, people around the community, and they actually helped me out, helped me grow a lot in throwing the discus. And and this is the thing about track. Everybody, you know, sometimes overlooks throwing, you know, but throwing, that's, you know, like, that's some of the more so interesting events. Don't let it fool you. I would say I got into it, honestly, like, I always, like, was interested in it. I was watching YouTube videos on the Olympic guys, and I'm like, man, they're throwing that discus, like, out of the field almost. Yeah. And I was like, this is definitely something that I could see myself doing. And so ever since middle school, I ran with it.
Have you and Tyrell Martin had a little conversation about him being a shot champion, you being a discus champion?
Yes,
who's better than the other?
We talk about this almost every other day. You know, we kind of joke about it, and I tell him, hey, Tyrell, like, I want to have a shot put competition with you. You know, he was like, man, like, you're not ready, man. Like, I'm going to beat you at this. And I'm like, man, I used to throw shot put in high school too. Like, you know, it was tough because being a senior, COVID hit, and our track season got canceled. I do understand Tyrell had told me that he got recruited in college to throw shot put at Delaware State. Yep. But I still, you know, kind of bug at him about it, and we still kind of joke around about it. But I feel like I could beat him at that. I feel like my techniques.
I think that would be a good matchup to see.
I'd
like to have some video of that.
So, that would be great.
away from football, what else do you enjoy doing? Like, what relaxes you to help you decompress?
I would say the biggest thing is going on rides. So being late night rides, being in Michigan, and being from Louisiana, it's more so country. You know, it's ponds, it's horse pastures, cow fields. So I don't see, all of the, like the buildings and everything. So when I'm able to drive around Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor, Detroit area, and just see everything, like it just, like gives me that relaxing that tone that I like just need to get away from. I also like to read. I read some. I shop a lot. I like doing things like going out and like just finding new stores and just like looking at new things. So I would just say, yeah, like I'm a big like driving guy. I like to drive, travel. So
that's fun.
Yeah.
You got a good car for it?
Oh yeah, I got a Lincoln.
Oh, there we go.
Actually, my car that was in high school. I had the car since I was in my junior year of high school in 2018.
Nice. I'll get you out of here on this, the climb. Mm-hmm. What does it mean to you?
So the climb, I would tell you, as a team right now, obviously our goal is the MAC championship. So the MAC championship being the peak of the mountain, I would say the climb is a way that we're all coming together where, hey, a mountain may go like this, it may go like this, and then it may come like that, may go down. The biggest thing is that taking it a step at a time. So right now with summer workouts, it's a step. We all got to get stronger, faster. Like we all got to watch film, get more intelligent out there. So it's taking a step at each, at each pinnacle or obstacle. And there's going to be obstacles, trials and tribulations. But the biggest thing is to make sure that we keep ascending.